Oh, I think I was muted this whole time. That sucks. Can you hear me now? Okay. Yeah, like I was trying to say before is I actually am drawing. I'm just putting out some baselines that probably take a little bit to actually see what's going on there. I'm drawing cartoon versions of the main cast of Ex Dynamis Chaos, more like this short style I do called the Pop Rocks featuring Mitch and Sandy. It's something I've been meaning to do for a while and just haven't gotten around to it. So that's what we're doing today. I'm finally set up to stream. I've got this nice gooseneck mount for my phone, so I can get to work doing stuff. It'll be fun. Can I add a Raven Easter egg? Hmm. Well, this picture is probably going to be scanned and colored. So I could probably draw something after I finish the main picture, like in the corner or something, just for you. Because that doesn't necessarily have to be in the more professional version that ends up later. You can even crop it out and post it directly to Twitter for you. I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to pose these characters. I know Sentry here is a gunner, so I don't want him too forward. I'm probably going to have him in like a smoking gun position. So if he's cartoon, he'll have a skinnier neck than normal. Kind of want shoulder forward. Okay, so if he's going to be there, which means I'll probably have his face mostly forward. Which means his eyes will probably be about that layer. Center for where the nose and everything's going to be. So nose will be about here, mouth around there, chin area. So, whew. Okay, so we'll have shoulder blade, or shoulder general. We'll have elbow slightly dropped in foreground. Pull up, there'll be an arm. Okay, cool, that's good. Which means he'll probably have a hand right around that area. Fingers will tilt that way. Hand will come out, which means he's gripping the bottom of the gun. We'll have a gun go up that direction because it's kind of like a pistol. So there is a pistol liner there. We'll have good trigger discipline. We'll have his finger out, because if you're not firing, you probably should not have your finger on the trigger. So here, we'll say that's going to be the hairline area. Sentry wears goggles that line up just about where his eyes are. So we'll paste those in right there. Yes, the gun is going to be pointed upward on that one. He'll have another one. I don't know what direction I'm going to point it, but definitely not at one of the other people, because that would be bad gun discipline. What we'll do is we will, because you'll have a crotch right around this area, which will be important for the front leg. Which means the back leg will probably connect somewhere around there in this style. What we're going to look for is we're going to put one leg directly behind him. He's going to be tall enough that you probably won't see the feet on this page. But if we put one leg directly behind him to support his weight, which is how people typically stand. Not that it really matters, because the form of the leg, we're not going to see it. That's too far. Put, where's the knee here? There we go. But everybody in this team wears baggy pants, so the form of the leg doesn't really matter. They should be long. Even in this style, some measurements, the knee to the hip should be about the same as the crotch to the shoulders, which you would see if you pull your leg upward and sit kind of cradled. And then the bottom leg plus the heel should be roughly the same size, and then both of them together should be about the size of the upper body. So all of this is to proportion. Except this knee should dip a little further, be slightly longer, because it is coming at the camera slightly. Maybe it should also be a little bit higher too, just in general. I don't need that. I'm going to do the other hand. It's probably good to know where the top of the hair is going to be. There will be ears right around here. Ooh, I know. So with the other gun, I'm going to have probably pointed in the direction of a character, but the only character who won't care if he is pointing the gun in his direction, so it won't be too bad of discipline. So the other gun I'm going to have crossing right around here. I don't want to show the whole gun because that's too lazy to draw it, so I'm going to... Yeah, he has 2 pistols. This will be that one there. See if it comes out. You'd see slightly the top of it. Yeah, that's close enough. So there would also be that right around there. And like I said, he has good trigger discipline, so the other character will not care. Okay. Don't want to do that. Nah, that thumb doesn't need to be there. I'll just have him gripping it on the other side. So now I functionally need things to be pulling back, because you don't want it to be exactly the same length when something's in the foreground or the background. You kind of want to eyeball it so it appears that the forearms are the same length. So I'm going to have that there, come to an angle. Keep it kind of skinny. He's not a muscular guy. Yeah, the gun is just hand-drawn. But you know, when you're dealing with fiction, you kind of have to treat everything like it's real. So let's put this in here. Okay, that's a good base pose for him. I'll add more details later. Now to get other characters in here. Next to him will be Buck. So now I need to figure out what pose I'm going to put him in. Maybe I'll have him actually doing some type of boxing position, like actually throwing a punch. That might work. So typically his head should come right around here. Actually, if he's throwing a boxing position, his head needs to be, like throwing a punch, his head needs to be a little bit further out, because his feet are gonna slide back. I don't want it coming directly at the camera. I kind of want him coming at an angle, so if he's going to be here, that means his body is going to be in this general area. His legs won't be as long. Actually, nobody's legs are going to be as long as Sentry. He's a really tall guy. Well, at least compared to the rest of the cast. But that's because we're all shorties. So he's going to be throwing a punch. His shoulder needs to be rolling forward. Ahoy, Evan. Drawn cartoons. If he's rolling forward, that means his pectoral pectoral muscles will be somewhere around here. Oh, well, you know what? You would fit right in with the crew, Dark and Link. That's about the average size there. Am I left-handed? Out of habit. I'm technically ambidextrous, and I have drawn and written with my right hand on various occasions, but I just habitually draw left-handed. It's the one I've been using the most. Okay, so if he's coming this way, other shoulder's rolling back, so we won't actually see that much of the pectoral. Got a bit of a gut on him, but not too much. Evan's not a mod because I only just started streaming again, and I probably have very few mods. But Evan is best mod according to Twitter, so boom. Why would his Twitter name lie to me? Okay, let's see. So if I'm throwing the punch out, I don't want to probably throw it a bit higher. Because if most of his opponents are bigger than him, he's going to default want to punch upward. Go on. Oh, Dark and Link? Yeah, I want to know what he learned the hard way. Oh, there's no hangout link. I'm on my phone. I don't even know how to capture a hangout on here. This is all new to me. I'm learning as we go along. I'm sure there's a way to capture it. The other shoulder's going to be back there. I'm not even going to see it, but we'll have him doing like a mock punch type thing. So we'll have his other elbow tucked back. Capturing hangouts is not possible from a mobile device in your research? Okay. I'll take your word on that. Yes, but see, I can't capture a stream from my desktop. That's the problem. My desktop would die if I tried to do that. I'm trying to figure out how I want to place the feet here. Because typically, when you do a normal punch, your shoulders and your hips go in the opposite direction. But he's trying to put a lot of power into it, so I may do the same direction. I don't know, I don't like that. I'm just going to tuck the foot behind. No, I don't like that either. Lower. I really don't care too much about these characters' forms. I just want it to be about right because it's all going to be covered up with baggy clothing. See. That area is going to be clean. Okay, eyes will be in this general section here. Is this going to be a cartoon you can watch on your TV one day? I don't know, maybe. I'm really picky about my project, so unless I was on there and had final say on anything, probably not, but if I found like some talented Flash animators or something to work with, I'd probably make some shorts. It's going to be the hairline. Could be an ear there. Don't know if I'll make the other ear visible from that angle, but I'll sketch it in already anyway. I'd probably be far more likely to make the story that this style is actually from the Pop Rocks featuring Mitch and Sandy, a cartoon. I think that would be a lot easier to adapt. The main Ex Dynamis Chaos story is playful, but probably too adult for kids. So it'd be a lot harder to translate that into cartoons unless you got into like one of those more adult networks like Adult Swim or something like that. But then it's not adult enough for them. It's a weird gray area. His nose is going to be probably right around there, so there's going to be eye, mouth area. Okay, that's good enough for his rough draft. I need to draw the kid in the background. Oh, what the heck? No, it's not like the old Simpsons. It would probably be considered like kid or teenager friendly if we were in Japan, because it's honestly no more risque than your average shonen, but we're in America, so different standards. Well, I'm in America. Technically, you're in North America, so yeah. we're all in some type of America. Okay, so how am I gonna draw the kid? Wow. Egypt must have some really weird weather if Bullet can predict it based on where he lives. I always expect it to be pretty dry there. Let's see. Who? Bullet is a witch, confirmed. Okay. Yeah. Probably want to draw... I might make the kid get real low, too. Because I might put the Gugnir in his hand at some point in the story. The Metal's younger brother gets a hold of Odin's Gugnir and keeps it. So that's fun. No, Dillard never came back. I waited for a little bit after the pontificators. Todd didn't even come back in. I was like, oh, whatever, I'm gonna go try to figure out what I'm gonna draw while I stream. See, so kid. His head will probably be about here. At least it'll be his face. Have him slightly tilted. So his eyes will be there. It is a snazzy gooseneck. The only thing you can really see is just a little bit of the white from it on the handle coming down. Other than that, it's fine. I can position in a way that you can't even see the gooseneck at all. Yeah, gooseneck is a type of mount in this case. Nose would be probably around there, so mouth. Ear would be around here. Hair. A hairline. Do you want to do the neck like this? Yeah, because I'm going to have the torso going across this way. Okay, that'll work. And means coming around here, he's gonna have arm joint. No, tuck that back more. Arm joint. No, darn it, I hit that with my pencil. Make that the waist area. We'll have the front leg basically just come straight down. Get him kinda... No, that's too high. Have a knee go here. It's not exactly coming front down. I'm gonna actually add a curve in that because it's kinda coming at you. Which I'll focus on later. I'll do something with a shoe there. I don't want to alarm you, but demons may or may not be out to get you. I don't know if you're talking to DL, but that could probably apply to me too. I'm just used to it at this point. They can come all they want. Let's see, I need a straight edge for this. Probably gonna have that go like that. Yeah, I might need to extend that more. I'll have him grip that at some point. Ooh, Tears for Fears. That's a good band. Circle here, which means he's going to grip here. That is horrible. I can fix it though. I'll get into that more when I do the detailing. Oh boy, you did it bad. Did a no Darken Link. We don't hail Starfire around here. We hail Raven. You know that. Oopsie. Doesn't work. No, it's tucked under. Plus, once I put the coat on, that'll resolve most of that anyway. That kind of smaller. Try to fade that away. think a Pope Fire demon has tried to control you. I don't know if that's possible. Unless you're admitting you're a weak-willed person. Okay, so the kid normally wears a beanie. The audio is eating chips? Yeah, well, I'm on my phone, so depending on how it interacts with the Wi-Fi, sometimes things are good, sometimes they're whatever. Reinforce this line. You've never seen MIB3? I mean, it's not bad, but it's not like you're missing out on anything either. Well, you're definitely not missing anything out on the new one. It needs to go wider. I don't think I've seen that one. My favorite movie is the one where Raven destroyed the Starfire and turned her into ash. I definitely don't think I've seen that one. Okay. And I got the roughs for everybody else. Now it's time to put the main character in the middle. How am I going to put the medal? It's probably going to be somewhere around there. Let's see, probably... Probably a thumbs up, since that's pretty much what I'm always doing. Everybody else is ready for action. This character is never ready for action because he's always ready for action. I don't even think you would see the feet there. So like the Hulk always angry? Yeah, I guess you could say something like that. Here we go. Okay, now I'm going to do the feet here. Shorten the legs. There we go. I don't think that's tilted back enough. There we go, that's tilted back enough. I'll find where the eyes are probably going to be. Well, I mean... Oh, inside. I was about to say, Evan, if you're a mummy, aren't you technically dead, or are you undead? How do you identify as a mummy? Okay, I think for the most part, that's the mock-up, so now I can go in and actually detail things. well, no, I need that ear. Because I forgot that this is in front of his arm. Okay. Your cartoon, so... I have no idea what's going on with this comment over here, so I'm going to read it. It says, Raven in Starfire, we're making vegan ramen noodles. Late into the afternoon tea, Robin fluid through the window. There's always a hybrid almond milk trying to sound cool. Beast Boy, why? Meow. Poetry in motion. Dude, Stargate's great, both the show and the movie. Should get on that. Dark and Link, what are you talking about? There was no Mummy 3. It never happened. Yeah, at some point, I'm probably going to end up doing an entire, like, short for the, like, one of the other stories that I'm not going to get to tell about the main cast that doesn't line up in the webcomic storyline. I'm just probably going to do it as a short in this style, because it'll be easy to knock out. Okay. Because I drew these characters so close, but you were going to do a whole bit about you having that energy creature in you and doing a little art thingy with Evan and Raven and their soul selves in a loving embrace. Whew. Some heavy shit. Yeah, but so, because I drew these characters so close to each other, I'm going to ink the front one first so I don't end up messing up my own lines when I go back over. And because it's a cartoon, the contours are going to be thicker than the inside. Except that thumb needs to be even thicker than the rest of them. Because it is in the foreground. Oh, are you paying Trusty Sidekick for another commission? Mm. Yeah, it's too bad that the Cult of Raven died. Blame Joshua. Bad leader Joshua. Oh, what happened to the Cult of Raven while you were gone? Well, basically nobody interacts in the Discord. So... I tried to tell you before, that place was basically dead before you showed up. And then you were most of the activity. Now, without me, it is dead. Well, then you should make a parody song of Without Me by Eminem. Mostly because it'll probably end up awful and I want something cringy to laugh at, but yo, go ahead, do it. Dang. Well, there goes my entertainment for the month. Are you? Are you really glad that it's dead? Oh, see, I agree with Evan. We should have treated Evan better. That was the solution to it. I can't believe I didn't see it all along. Did Joshua actually say he didn't trust you anymore? In his own way. Well, you know what? I'm going to take your word for that. Really? He accused you of running Church of Starfire ops. What? That's crazy. Oh yeah, but that's also probably because I told Joshua that I shouldn't be trusted. So I have no problem with that. I said that like the moment I came into the cult. Even though I haven't done anything yet against it, but I told him the day I came in that I shouldn't be trusted. So I take no offense to that. I also told nobody to vote for me for Cultist of the Month, and that they should vote for no one. In fact, I said probably like, I don't know, what, a year ago or whenever the first time I was participating in the vote for Cultist of the Month, that it will be a sad day for the cult if I ever become it. And then it happened. So we knew it was already doomed. Like, that was the death knell right there. The bad omen. Well, what doomed it is that Booster was never let into the Discord. Oh, you guys would have had a great time. He would have kept that thing active. Horrible mistake not to let him in. Okay, I definitely need to thicken this outline again. And then take a smaller pen into the eyes so I don't screw that up. But Booster would never have a problem with you. Evan was the one who set up the bad omen. Well, that makes sense as a mummy. Where else would the bad omen come from? He stole it with style and properly placed bribes. Okay. Actually, I'm probably going to need that pen back, or the even smaller one in a second. Let's get some shadowing in here. Well, he bribed Dillard, but that's because he actually had something Dillard wanted. And that was to get him on, I think it was Fanspeak or something. He was trying to promote the Canadian Shield and Buckler at the time. See, yeah, the light's falling from that angle, so we'll go there. That's not the best use of a favor, I agree. But it worked, so... I mean, if you want to block Dillard, sure, I don't know what that's going to do to help your situation out. There we go. Yes, your heart should be in a jar. There we go. Got one of them cleaned up. Well, inked up. I gotta clean it up. This is honestly probably my favorite style to draw things in, and I have no idea why I didn't just decide to do the entire comic in the style, other than the fact of, like, I had this notion in my head that the story wouldn't fit it, but it's like, I'm kind of doing something cartoony anyway. I probably should have just went with it. It would have been faster. Oh, I still need to bring that back. Missed the belt. And there's probably a little bit of lining underneath the belt itself. Just to define it better. You told Joshua to just nuke the whole server? That's fair. That's honestly fair. At the moment, the server is basically just Joshua's little media dump. Because he's the only one who ever posts anything in there, and it's just like, here's a new meme, here's still the daily Raven art, which will be like 10 pictures a day sometimes. Here's some more cosplay, here are some videos to share. And every time you check, it's just Joshua. Which I don't mind somebody having a media dump. My Ex Dynamis Chaos server is basically just a place for me to dump all the stuff I'm working on, but that has a very specific purpose to it, too. Okay, which one am I going to work on next? Probably Sentry in the middle. How long have I been going? Okay, that's not bad. That's too far down. So I'll have that come up here and then drop down there because he's got this weird red jacket pattern on his jacket. And then this is a fur lining. So that can kind of take almost a random pattern, just to make it look fluffier. fluffier the better on that thing. That jacket goes pretty much all the way down to here. Man, I should use my arbitrary well, actually my contest isn't arbitrary because there's actual prizes to it, but I should use my contest to get more people into my Discord. Get a more active community for the media I'm building up. That'd be a good idea. That there. Well, what he means by, like, all the secret chats, the founder stuff aren't the only secret chats. Like, there were chats that I didn't even have access to, because a lot of people had their own private chats that were pointless. Like, there's no reason for them to be in the server. Especially, like, I think one of them was a room for Cat and Pope Raven to do workouts or something with, when they could have just had a DM on Discord. Like, I guess it was cool to have it in the Discord, but I don't think a chat room should be there unless it has a purpose or a potential purpose. And two people just, like, using it for their workout room, that could have just been done in a DM. Yeah, we'll have that come up here, drop back down there. I mean, I don't blame you for being done with it. But you're always welcome to hang out on these streams and stuff like that. Nobody's gonna kick you away. Okay, Yeah, I think the scene gold's coming out. Now, the best part about these guns that he has, they don't even have to be model accurate to any type of gun, because they are kind of like a blaster of sorts. They're a experimental model that doesn't do what normal guns do. So I can kind of just play around and make them look however I want. Yeah, it'll work. Would Scientology really be a better group than the Cult of Raven? I mean, I don't know about that. No, Scientologists are just told they get superpowers. Once they go to their planet and basically become their own god. It's yet to happen, though. It's kind of like how Joshua promised we'd get to troll people like Pope Fire, but how often does that actually happen? That's kind of the whole shtick with a cult. You never actually get the thing you're promised. Tom Cruise probably can control trees, but I think it's something completely separate to Scientology. If I were to take a hunch. Yeah, well, DL, I think you were also invited to the group on different premises than the rest of us. Which it kind of changed quite a bit from the section of the thing you hate, the founders, to everybody else who was, like, I guess, brought in, indoctrinated, whatever you want to call it, mockfully indoctrinated. One of the premises was that we had to troll, or not that we had to, that we were going to have mock kind of like warfare with the Church of Starfire, which means trolling Pope Fire. It was kind of a given. Or at least that was in my initiation. Evan's probably sweating like, oh yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about. Oh, yours was a different bargain. I bet. Well, you know, Evan, you're not supposed to make a deal with the devil. That's like rule number one. Now that I look at it, I kind of have Sentry, like he's in this kind of tango pose, which was unintentional, but it kind of works with his character, so I'm going to keep it. I did that backwards. It should be ba-bum, ba-bum, ba-bum. And that should pull in, not out. Same with that one. Oh, yeah, well, I mean, what was Joshua going to be able to do to stop Gary Shipman from drawing Starfire every week? I mean, let's be real. What power does Joshua have? Okay, let's see, Sentry's nose. Kind of rounded, so. Yeah, we'll go with that. No. It's because he's taller than everybody, so we're gonna go up. We'll give him blacked out triangle nose. Indicate shadow. That'll work for a cartoon. What do we do for his eyes? Yeah, since we've been going for a while, it's getting kind of late on my end. I think I'm going to finish penciling this part, and then I'm going to kill it because it's been over 2 hours. Not that I'm going to be a baby about streams in the future. I'm more than willing to do many hour streams, but I'm just getting back in the swing of it. I will save this picture. I said I would do it after I finish drawing everything. So you'll have to come around for the second half when I start up next time. And I'll probably put it like either right here for you, or I'll put it right here for you. I haven't decided which one, but there's about equal space. You'll get your Easter egg right in there. So I'm gonna finish penciling this, and then we'll wrap up. Just Sentry here, though. The other two, they'll be next time. Okay, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm making super serious. I'll make everybody super serious except for the metal, because that fits. Oh, you're over on the Pacific coast, right? Or at least that time zone? I know Evan's over on that EST, getting ahead of all of us. Make one eyebrow slightly raised, like he's intrigued by what's going on, but he's still serious. From my perspective, that's a little weird, but I'm not going to judge, so yeah, I hope you're happy with that. I don't think I would ever get a body pillow of any person or character, but that's just me. Okay, so, yeah, I'm sure everybody's different. That's going to be the pencil for that. I will, again, ink this on the next stream that I do, where I will also finish the rest of the picture. So, thanks for stopping by, and I'm going to try to do this very regularly, because I miss streaming and I want to get back into the hang of things, so... See ya.